Do y'all know what KTM stands for? Keeps taking money.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering Adventures. What you see behind me here is my 2018 KTM 350 EXC-F. I've been having a very slight interest in these bikes for a while, thinking, well, somewhere down the road, I might pick one up. And a deal too good to be true popped up. And it wasn't amazing, but it was a really good deal on this bike here. And I had done very minimal investigation into these bikes. Come to find out, I should have done more investigation. I would have bought a 2-year older one or a 2-year newer one, because the 17, 18, 19 KTM 350s use oil pump gears made out of plastic, very thin, and on several of them, the gears warp and it causes engine damage. Well, I got this bike, rode it around very little and very few hours on it, and I have suffered that fate, I believe. I've already started investigation into it, and I'll show you where I'm at, and we will continue on, and we will dig into them oil pump gears, and hopefully that is what caused this problem, but we're going to tear it down in this video. I never even got to ride this bike off-road. I bought it. It had been sitting for a few years. Changed out the fuel filter. It has a digital map JD tuner, I believe. Yep, JD tuner. The guy had been messing with, and that was all set incorrectly. Got it running really well in the neighborhood. I geared up to go riding with a friend, and I made it a block from the house. The bike stalled. Well, first off, it started hard, then it stalled. The start button, when I hit it, didn't even sound like it was turning the engine over. I thought maybe I had let it sit a little bit too long and the battery was low, but fired back up, stalled again. Then I just brought it home, switched to a different bike, went riding with my friend. I let this thing sit for a while because I didn't want to know what had caused the problem. You ever have something like that? And then my friend who I went riding with came over. We started talking about it, and we started working on it, and I quickly figured out why it had stalled. And that's when I did the research on the 17, 18, and 19 350 models. I don't know if it's the 250s as well, but definitely on the 350 twin cam engines with the oil pump issue. So I'm going to show you what I found. I've already taken this apart. I put it back together just for the video, but the seat is loose, the tank is loose. We'll get it there and I'll show you. I almost didn't make a video on this because I was so saddened by it, but excuse my phone, I don't know what's going on. There is our issue. Oil pump gears, this is all just my hypothesis, but the oil pump gears underneath here have failed. It didn't deliver enough lubrication to the top end, and it caused this issue here. Lack of lubrication. The cams are running on these plain, these are just machined out from the aluminum. There's no inserts or anything in here, so it only rides on a very thin film of oil, and losing just a little bit of oil to the top end caused that. So it has damaged my cams, the cam cap here, and the cylinder head. So we are going to have to remove the cylinder head. And there's 2 different ways to do this as far as fixing the problem, besides getting the oil pump fixed, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. But I can buy a brand new cylinder head and brand new cams, the associated parts for probably about $1,500, or I can send this thing off to a place up in Northern California that will machine this out, and they make inserts that actually go in here. So I think I'm gonna try that. That's gonna be about a third of the price. I've never done that before, but we're gonna try it. But I've gotten to this point already. Some information that I've heard says that you have to remove the engine to get this cylinder head off. Some says that you can remove it in the bike, but I'm going to drain the coolant, remove the exhaust pipe, remove the intake, and we'll see if it comes out in here. If it doesn't, I guess we'll remove the engine. Well, I'm at this point here. I got the exhaust off, the radiators off, and I've pretty much committed myself to removing this entire engine. I do not believe I'm going to be able to get enough clearance to get up and over these studs to get this cylinder head off. And to say that I am not happy with this KTM 350 is an understatement. You have to remove the rear shock to get the head pipe off. My phone is messing up on top of that, so it's just not a good day for me. And I guess there's a reason why I put this off for so long. Let's see if my phone holds together here. Everything else is going to hell. Okay, I've got everything disconnected, I believe. Look at my cool subframe holding unit here. Fuel injectors removed. Yep, the phone's messing up. I got all the engine mount bolts loose. On this one, of course, you have one that goes right through the swing arm, so everything is going to just want to collapse. So you're going to have yourself a jack if you're going to do this. I probably should take that shifter off, but I'm not going to yet. I'll probably wait till I'm screwed on that. I'm guessing, theoretically, when I pull out that bolt and that bolt and that bolt, the back of the engine will lift up, slide it out in that way a little bit, and maybe out that side, maybe out this side. We'll see. I'm probably not going to be able to film it because I shouldn't be cussing on this channel. I refuse to be defeated. All right, if you're unfortunate enough to have to do this, you're going to have to pull the swing arm pivot out, remove the lower shock mount, pull the swing arm completely out, engine comes out of this side, in sort of a puzzle. There it is. I'm going to put it up on my workbench. We'll get that cylinder head off. I am regretting this decision. Oh yeah, and if you're going to do this job, obviously read the manual. Don't just listen to some YouTube idiot like me. But we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5 bolts holding this cylinder head on. I'm gonna bust them all loose and we'll get this off. Came apart exactly as I said it would. And everything looks pretty nice in here. No complaints. So I'm gonna get this cylinder head prepped to send off. I think I gotta tear it all the way down, take off the exhaust flange, the intake flange, all the extra stuff on here, and I'm gonna even take the valves out. I'll put new valve seals in it. But in the meantime, let's look at these oil pump gears. That means I'm going to spin this engine around, come out of this side, and take this whole side cover off. Come on, camera, you can do it. Okay. There's the outside of the engine. And there are those oil pump gears. And you can see right there how warped that thing is. And I don't know if I'll be able to rotate this engine. Probably if I set the phone in here. Let me see. I haven't rotated it yet, but oh yeah. I mean, that thing, you heard it click right there. It wasn't engaged. Get this timing chain up here. Excuse me, there you go. All right. Oh yeah, we're jamming up the timing chain, all right. Well, needless to say, it's not good. So supposedly there are some upgraded gears that I could order. All right, I'm gonna stop this before I make my life worse here. There's the worst of it right there. And this thing is so flexy, it's just ridiculous. They made it out of this plastic, probably just save an ounce or two, and this is what we get. Fortunately, I think I'm pretty safe as far as the engine. The cylinder and the piston look really good. I'm gonna put it back together once I get everything figured out, and then run some oil through it and change it after an hour. I don't think I mean, obviously we've added contaminants to the engine, but I don't think it's gonna cause a problem. Oh, and I know I've shown this in previous videos, but unless you've watched some of those, when you're removing a side cover like this with a dozen or more bolts that may all be different lengths, get yourself a piece of cardboard, and then, I'm not an artist, but you know, get an idea, draw a decent facsimile, well, big word, of your side cover, and then punch holes through it with a screwdriver. Then you can see on the back here, excuse me, all the different size bolts. Now we'll know where they go when we put it back together. You can even label it if you're taking all the covers off your bike, but I'm hoping this is the only other cover I got to take off besides half the engine, the entire engine, and you know, the clutch is gonna have to come off to get those gears. Ugh. All said and done, it was a little bit over 3 hours to do this. I didn't consult the manual. Don't do as I do. All right, RTFM. But a little bit over 3 hours, and I was shooting video and getting frustrated and all that sort of stuff. So while it does seem like a big deal, it's not like a 5-day evolution. You could pick away at it for 5 days if you don't want to get overwhelmed. I imagine putting it back together is going to be much longer. You gotta have a lot more precision, you know, assembling the engine, torquing the cylinder head on, and checking the valve clearances and all that. But I'm going to put the engine together out here, obviously, because you can't put it together in the bike. So I'll probably do that in one chunk, then put it in the bike in another chunk, and then put everything back together in a third chunk. So stick around. I don't know how long it's going to take them to fix my cylinder head, but Engine Dynamics, the name of the place, and we'll see how much that costs and how it works, and then I guess we'll test longevity, see if I've made a mistake by not spending $1,500 rather than $500. But I don't want to spend $1,500 more on a bike here. Plus I still have to factor in the cost of gaskets, replacement oil pump gears, anything else that pops up along the way. I'm gonna need about 500,000 views on this video. I don't think it's happening, but if you could, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share, and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Slow down mouth, engage brain. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.